How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. I hope everybody's doing well, and I appreciate everybody that takes time to watch my videos. Last November, people overwhelmingly voted for Republicans to take over our government. We have a Republican president and a majority of Republicans in the Senate and in the House. And basically people were just tired of the last 4 years to where the Biden administration screwed this country up totally. And now things are getting back on track. And we also put the Republicans in charge of the House and Senate to right the wrongs from the past. And not just from the past 4 years, but even further in the past. And one of the key things that gun owners are looking for is removing items off the NFA list. And one of the big things is suppressors. And the House Ways and Means Committee earlier this week had a chance to get the ball rolling and get suppressors removed as NFA items. But for some reason they got cold feet. They became cowards and they straight up betrayed us. So instead they said they compromised. And instead of removing suppressors from the NFA, they're still going to stay on the NFA list, but they pushed to remove the $200 tax stamp, which that's a good thing as well, because most of you know suppressors are very expensive. And you add in that $200 tax stamp, and a lot of times people just can't afford that. But the Republicans compromised really pissed a lot of people off, including a lot of the gun rights groups. And one of those was Gun Owners of America. And they said rather ending an archaic infringement on the Second Amendment, advancing a so-called compromise provision, falls short of fully repealing the unconstitutional tax on suppressors and other firearms regulated under the National Firearms Act. And here's what their compromise says. It reduces the transfer tax of suppressors to $0, but maintains a $200 tax on most other NFA firearms, while codifying a reduced $5 tax on other items. But what gun owners were looking for was a full deregulation of suppressors, as well as protection for people that have pistol braces. And here's what Eric Pratt had to say. He's the Senior Vice President of Gun Owners of America. The compromise deal was nothing short of a betrayal of America's lawful gun owners. This isn't a compromise, it's a betrayal. The House Ways and Means Committee chose to leave unconstitutional registration, even though they had a clear path to repeal them. Eric Pratt also said his organization, as well as gun owners, have a long memory where such betrayals are concerned. GOA made it crystal clear that full deregulation of suppressors and protection for braced owners was achievable under reconciliation. Lawmakers knew it, and they chose political convenience over principle. Gun owners won't forget this, and he's absolutely right, we won't forget it. Eric Pratt also said GOA will continue to push for a full repeal of all NFA taxes and regulations, including the unjust $200 transfer tax on lawfully owned firearms and accessories. And here's what Aiden Johnston had to say. He is GOA's Director of Federal Affairs. Congress has a clear path to dismantle the National Firearms Act through budget reconciliation because it is a $200 tax, plain and simple. Republicans have no excuse to not gut this unconstitutional law to the fullest extent the Senate parliamentarian allows. Anything less is cowardice and a direct compromise on our Second Amendment rights. Like I said, House Republicans betrayed us. They're cowards, and they chose to compromise on our Second Amendment rights. And that's not what we put them in office for. We put them in office to protect our constitutional rights, which includes our Second Amendment rights. And in this particular case, they failed us. And like Eric Pratt said, we will not forget. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of these Republican cowards in Congress. And as always, I appreciate everybody that supports the channel, not only by watching the video, but also for those after they watch the video. They also take time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications. And I really do appreciate it. And I invite all of you to come back and watch my next video.